The best Joker is Heath Ledger. Bye then.
Wait, give us explanation.
Isn't that obvious?
Wrong. What about Joaquin Phoenix?
Damn, I always forget about him as he didn't fight me. Okay, Arnold, let's talk about who actually was the best Joker in the history of cinematography.
I like you, Batman. I will kill you last.
Joker with no doubt considered to be one of the most popular and loved characters across the world. First appeared in 1940 in the Batman comic book, he since has become an iconic figure featured in the various media projects. So it's not surprising that for the past 80 years we've seen several Joker's interpretations in movies by different actors. So the question is, do we have the best Joker among all of these different appearances? And do we have an actor who not just played the character, but in some aspects even became a Joker? I think we do. Let's take a look. Number 5. Jared Leto. Jared Leto first played Joker in Suicide Squad in 2016, and that was kind of a disaster. Some can argue that his Joker is the best because, you know, he's a fashion icon and he has a nice car. He got limited time on the screen, which possibly caused the lack of depth and complexity usually associated with the character. Maybe the idea was adding more mystery and evil from unpredicted behavior, but it didn't work. As well as Jared's attempts to transform into a Joker by terrorizing other actors with dead pigs, condoms and rats. It sounds nice and interesting as the titles in news media, but being a Joker and being a creep are just a little different things. We love Jared Leto as an actor. His performance in Dallas Buyers Club and Requiem for a Dream with no doubts is exceptional. However, he didn't reach even okay level playing Joker. Yes, it was a really hard mission to portray this supervillain after Heath Ledger, and Jared Leto spent some good amount of time prepping for the role, but he missed. Good example of being at the wrong time in a wrong place. So sorry Jared, you're on the 5th place. And now that all the girls have left, we can continue. Number 4. Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero was the first actor who played Joker in the movie back in 1966. At that time, Joker in comics was more clownish and fun, rather than dark psychopath that we know today. And Romero's Joker perfectly fit within this framework. His super bright purple suit, green hair and hilarious facial expressions look funny and charming even today. And let's pay some respect to the people who made action movies 60 years ago without using CGI in every fucking scene. And it looks interesting and entertaining today, because you can't hide bad acting and poor storytelling behind tons of money thrown in your face. So despite being the very first, quite simple and pretty straightforward Joker, Romero's interpretation remains iconic and for some, one of the best even after half a century. By the way, what's the deal with mustaches in Hollywood? Someone really thinks it's less noticeable to put makeup over mustache or remove it with CGI? Come on, that's just a piece of hair. Shave it for this movie and let it grow, or put fake one for the other. I guess I will never understand movie industry. Number 3. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson opens the list of darkest Jokers in cinematography. Comparing to our previous 2 versions, this one clearly can make you feel fear. Introduced in 1989 Tim Burton's movie Batman, this adaptation of Joker is still considered as one of the best. The movie also gives us the origin of Joker, the guy named Jack Napier, who was one of the most powerful gangsters of Gotham City until some unlucky spa procedure, not without Batman's help. And today it's really hard to imagine anyone but Jack Nicholson playing this role in this movie. His performance mixed with charisma and humor, that's what we actually remember from this Batman film.
I'm glad you did.
His acting set a pretty high standard not only for future Joker's interpretations, but also for any actor who will be participating in future superhero films. Didn't work for everyone though. And it's quite obvious that without Jack Nicholson's Joker, without his dedication to the role and influential performance, we wouldn't have another great Joker portrayals who take first 2 places in this list. Number 2. Heath Ledger. No. Joaquin Phoenix. No. Heath Ledger.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Okay, let's start chronologically. Heath Ledger played Joker in Chris Nolan's The Dark Knight, which is considered to be one of the greatest movies in cinematic history. And Ledger definitely contributed a lot to that. His Joker is much darker, more complex than the previous versions, which allowed him to become the symbol of anarchy and chaos. And again, what a dedication to the role. Known fact, Ledger locked himself in a hotel room for several months working on character. Joker's diary, experiments with voice, laughs and makeup, that's working recipe for a great performance. It is hard to overestimate cultural impact of Ledger's Joker on superhero genre and cinema as a whole. He showed how deep and serious comic book villains could be in movies.
You have nothing to threaten me with.
And in 2008 it was pretty hard to imagine that there will be another Joker anytime soon, who may not be better but at least will come close to Ledger's performance level. And here comes Joaquin Phoenix. Phoenix Joker was a success, if you want to be modest in words. The psychological drama of Arthur Fleck and his transformation into the Joker were the key ingredients of that movie, and Phoenix's performance is what actually made it so good. He delivered the character's mental issues and his falling into madness with so much effort and pain that you eventually start feeling empathy for poor guy. That was kind of a unique approach to portray Joker, because now you see him not just as a supervillain, but also as a person with a tragic life. Phoenix acting in this movie received a global recognition with an Oscar for Best Actor. But more importantly, he proved that superhero-supervillain movies could be entertaining and at the same time bring serious attention to different societal problems. So deciding who played the best Joker between Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix is quite hard task, because they both did a really great job portraying this villain. Intense chaotic anarchist versus emotional reflective psycho. Totally different characters and totally different acting approaches. But I think these differences is what actually make these two Jokers brilliant in their own ways. And maybe we don't need to argue which Joker is better, but instead appreciate the fact that we have two or even more amazing interpretations of the character, which also proves how actually deep, complex and unique Joker is. So let me know who's your favorite Joker, even if it's Jared Leto. What Joker movie is the best? See you in next one.